Hey y'all, this is Jennifer, aka Crazy Mom 08. I am in the process of making Wednesday night dinner, which is normally egg sandwiches, scrambled egg sandwiches, because of evening service and everything, and we're just always in a rush, and I never think to do a crock pot meal. I could do one, or even one in the Instant Pot, but it just seems like by the time all things are said and done, the cleanup is just, I'd rather just do sandwiches. So, but yeah, so not much has happened. Not many things have happened since last week to really report on, but I'm trying to be consistent since this is a new venture for me. And if y'all have any tips on how to edit, or what editing program or whatnot I should get, because I've been watching some other moms make videos and they have done a fantastic job. I think, okay, so THM wise, I have number one, I've started to go to the gym. We joined the Y. Yay! I did my first real workout on Monday. It was a little discouraging. I made the mistake of getting on the scale, but I thought I need a starting point, and I don't get a starting weight and then, don't do anymore. Don't take your weight again until next month. So I might not even do that, because it was a lot more than I was thinking it was going to be. So anyways, and THM meals I've put into my weekly menu are, what was it? We did cream sauce with meatballs, Swedish meatballs, sorry. And tonight we're doing egg sandwiches, and I'm gonna have mine on a low carb wrap with a little bit of mayo on it. And then we are also going to have sweet potatoes with all the fixins. And I'm trying to think what the other thing was. I have my list right here. Pearl's Easy Meatloaf. So, which I usually call Mexican meatloaf because it's a Mexican style meatloaf, or at least it tastes Mexican. It's really good. So we're gonna have that with salad with Rhonda's ranch, which we really like. The kids really like. That's all they eat is ranch. And my oldest loves the banging ranch drumsticks, and so she always makes that and triples it for me, which is awesome. And then we actually put it into an old salsa jar, so it's perfect. So we put a little bit too much water in there, but it's still pretty good. Anyways, so got a little tiny peek in my fridge. But yeah, that's what we're doing for THM meals. And I've started working out, and schoolwork's going well. We homeschool. Been kind of busy this week because it was our first time going to the gym, and then kids just started junior high and up just started Bible study. So just trying to figure out how to put those as, well, not necessarily secondary, but just trying to fill everything into our calendar, just making sure everything gets done, because once you stopped and had to put things away, it kind of takes away from the momentum of doing school. And yeah, my kids are, I love them. They just, I have to be here and watching over them to make sure that they're doing their schoolwork. But even the older ones that are old enough to be left at home. So anyways, because I don't leave the little ones at home, they always go with me to drop off big kids and whatnot. So another THM thing, I guess. Sorry, I just realized it. I tried this keto frosty thing on Pinterest, and let me just tell you, be careful when substituting with the with the pure stevia because it doesn't always work. Always start out with just one Duke and work your way up from there. Always taste it because it is so much more intense than any of the other stevias that you could use. And I love it. That's the only thing I will drink in my coffees if possible. But I tried putting in that, and I didn't really measure because I thought, well, liquid stevia, that stuff's got to be, pretty extreme, pretty sweet. So I'm not going to worry about, being too picky about exact amounts. I was wrong. I was very wrong. So, also I wanted to show y'all this. I don't know if anybody has one of these. The name on here is iPerfect Kitchen. I guess an actual brand name for one of these is I guess a veggetti. Kind of sounds weird. Anyways, but I really like it. I think I compared it to a peeler that I bought, and I like both of them. This one, it ends up wasting more than this. But if you're like having wrist issues and you just want to be able to go, it's a pretty good one. Like you can't really see the ribbing of the metal to get it. But see, you do this, and then there's two other whole things that you, slicer things that you can use, and they're pretty big on this side. And the noodles end up being quite a bit kind of small, but they seem to be much smaller than this one. And this one I like this one because it seems to use more of the zucchini, but you're constantly having to push it down in there, and then it kind of discards the very, very middle of it, which I guess isn't that bad of a deal because then you don't get as much of the liquid because that's where the seeds are. So, but I would recommend these. Or if you have osteoporosis or rheumatoid arthritis, whatever, or just wrist issues, you have a hurt wrist, this one's much easier, and I really recommend it if you're trying to stay away from the, regular pasta, or if you're just not strong enough to open up the spaghetti squash, which I wasn't for the longest time. I was so scared I was going to break my table, or I was going to stab myself, or else it was going to fly out of my hand, whatever. So, but other than that, either one of those is really good. So, and I have learned how to make spaghetti squash. It's not as hard opening up as it once was. Also, I have an Instapot. I'm not going to show you, but it's the 8-quart. It's the brand Instapot because it has the best reviews from what I've heard. And I end up putting 2 whole spaghetti squash in there, and I can cook it in 7 minutes. I mean, that's worth the work of getting it cut and whatnot. So, and also I don't cut it straight from the middle anymore. I cut it into to where it's like 3 or 4 slices, cutting it hamburger wise. So, and that for some reason makes it easier to cut open. And so I put it in, and I have 2 whole spaghetti squashes I can use. And that's what I use for my creamy Cajun chicken, which, by the way, I was also able to make in my Instapot. It did take quite a bit longer than 7 minutes, but that's why it's Insta and not Instant Pot. I don't know how long it took for it to come to temp, but it only took about 17 minutes to cook, and I cooked 6 pounds of frozen chicken breast. Yeah, I don't have to buy the tenderloins anymore because it cooks it right up. So the only issue is that then you have to cut it all. But it still doesn't take that terribly long to cook up. So, but my kids absolutely love the creamy Cajun chicken. And let me think. Yeah, summer's going great. Just trying to figure out how to do summer and school. because we homeschool year round. It's just easier for us and easier on our schedule because then we have some consistency going on, and then there's more retention going on rather than having, I can't remember, it actually has a term for it, where there's a whole bunch of, I mean, any school, any homeschool teacher could tell you that, there could potentially be a lot of, not memory loss, just not retention. There's no retention from the year before. So the first month of school is all review. And I am not dissing public school teachers. I love them. I have several aunts who are public school teachers. They're awesome. Anyways, it's just, it's one of those things that just happens because you had 3 months off. So, which teachers do deserve. Anyways, so I just kind of wanted to give y'all an update and try and become more consistent with, or not more consistent, just consistent with this, and kind of share my heart and whatnot. And if there's anything that y'all would like to see, or anything, have any questions or whatnot, that'd be cool. So anyway, sorry for the dead time. So I'm just new to this, and I'm usually not really much of a talker. I usually am a listener. So, but yeah, so hopefully y'all are getting some good weather where y'all are at. We are in between storms right now, and hopefully in some really nice weather. It's not going to be getting up into the high 80s until later on in the week. So right now or earlier on today, it was only 81 degrees, which is awesome. So I hope that y'all have a good evening, and God bless. Bye.